Alright, without further ado, let us take a walk with some ghosts. Which one is this? That one? Yes, okay. Then let us begin with the Ghost's Walks. I'm going to turn that up a little. The audio seems a little low. The Frank R. Strayer? Something tells me that ghost drawing is the closest we're going to see to an actual ghost in this flick. Screenplay and dialogue? Just you have somebody else write your dialogue if you're writing the screenplay? Melville Shire, oi. John Miljean? Jack Shutter Your Mouth. And Harry Strange. Hey, 70 miles to New York. Get the fuck out of here.
Erskine, you're fired.
Why, Mr. Wood, what is wrong?
You.
You're acting. It's terrible.
Taken hold over the weekend. If I die of pneumonia, it'll be your debt to society.
Mr. Wood, I tried to be a competent secretary, but I have absolutely no control over the elements. How did I know it was going to rain? See, the paper says fair and warmer.
That's last week's paper. You're still fired. How much further do we go?
Won't be long now, Mr. Wood.
Well, it better not be.
What the hell just happened? Oh, there's a tree in the road. Oh boy. Anybody who's been stuck in the mud knows that when you try to rev the engine, the one tire it spins, but the other tire don't spin, you know. It's positronic. Was it positronic or positronic? I don't know what the fuck it is.
Is there something the matter?
No, you idiot. We hit a tree and we're stuck.
What are you trying to do? Kill me?
Oh, no, it's not as serious as that. We just skidded into a fallen tree.
Don't stand there. Don't stand there like a trained seal. Suggest something.
I'm sorry, sir, but I never did work well underwater. I know this part of the country intimately. There are several houses nearby. We can walk to one of them.
Swim, you mean?
I see a light down that way.
You couldn't see a light if you looked at the farthest
Walk toward the light, man. Why wouldn't you just shelter in the car? Oh, I love a rainy night. Sir, your son wants his battle cat figure back. Uh-oh. Sir, do you think he knows we're sleeping together, my dear? It's like the opening to that first part of Creepshow. It's Father's Day, Bedelia. Who on earth could that be? I assume we have servants to get the door. I suppose none of you could have gotten it.
Mr. Raines. Oh, hello, Caraway. I'm sorry. I didn't recognize this as Dr. Kent's house.
Just a moment, Ames. I don't know who this Dr. Kent is, but I'm getting out of the storm even if it's to be the missing link.
Yeah. Coming in, Mr. Raines?
Is his name really Mr. Raines? Is that ironic or just bad writing?
Ames! Well, this is a surprise. Good to see you.
Yes, I suppose it is a surprise. We skidded off the road, hit a tree, and became mired in mud, and yours is the nearest house. Oh, pardon me, Dr. Kent. This is Herman Wood, the famous...
You mean to tell me they skidded into a random tree on a random road on a random night?
Delighted, Mr. Wood.
And he
You're
happens to know this
courageous
dude?
to face the storms we have up here.
Courageous. Insane, you mean? How do you do that?
And this is Homer Erskine, his secretary.
How are you, Erskine?
Former secretary.
I agree with you for once.
Sir, do you want to stop
Oh, Gloria. Glad to see me.
More than
shaking
you know.
your hat off on my
Certain
floor?
gentleman here doesn't take our engagement seriously.
Harry.
Hello, Ames.
How do you do?
Gloria. This is Mr. Wood,
These two.
Mr. Erskine, Miss Shaw, and Mr. Terry Gray.
Oh, Mr. Wood, I've heard so much about you.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. How are you, young man?
Still quite normal, thank you.
All right.
Nice of you all to drop in like this. Your idea, wasn't it, Ames? After all, you were invited.
That had nothing to do with it, and I assure you I wouldn't be here now if I could help it. We were just driving to my place where Mr. Wood was going to hear me read my latest play.
Another play, Preston? My, you are prolific.
All work and
Well,
no...
play or no play, I ought to be
play
in
makes
New York.
Preston a dull boy.
Indeed.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to remain my guest for the night. My chauffeur tells me the roads are completely out. Oh, forgive me for keeping you in these
Well, yeah,
wet
there's
things.
a fucking tree
I'll
across
have
it.
Cattaway show you to some rooms immediately. Then you'll join us for a cocktail before dinner for your staying, of course.
Well, I like the cocktail part of the program.
I'm sure you do.
Cattaway, take Miss Raines
Did
and
somebody
his friends
mention a
upstairs
cock in my
immediately.
tail?
Oh, good stay for the evening.
Yes, sir. This way, please.
Walk this way. Frau Blucher?
Who are you? Why,
I'm elderly comic relief, and this is my
I'm beginning
young,
to be uncertain.
very
Why,
heterosexual
This is Mr.
concubine.
Wood.
I
I'm
don't-
Mr. Erskine, his secretary.
I pity you so much. You're surrounded by tragedy and sorrow.
Oh, you are psychic,
Did
Beatrice.
you read my
Mr. Wood
IMDb?
is the greatest producer of tragedies and dramas in the country.
You mean he was?
Hey, Ames, about this play of yours.
Why, yes, it's in my bag. As long as we can't reach my place, why not let me read it to you here?
I'd rather
I
have a
just remembered the
cocktail.
important appointment tomorrow, Mr. I must return.
Yeah, hello, Zumac.
Isn't
What's
that
up?
right?
Yes,
Welcome.
absolutely. He has to address the Traveling Aid Society on the proper way to fold a timetable.
My dear Mr. Wood, I would gladly assist you, but until the storm abates, there's no way of reaching the city.
Well, we may as well accept the situation, Mr. Wood. We'll have a good dinner and then retire to Dr. Kent's study for a nice quiet reading. Perhaps it'll make you appreciate my play all the more. They say a full stomach breeds tolerance.
Well, something tells me I shall need it.
Yes, my play is about a young man who drives his benefactor to an old house and murders him with a cheese grater. I'm sure you'll love it.
Mr. Raines, this is your room. You've used it before. This way, gentlemen, please.
Yes, Graves, you get the
Yours,
jungle
sir.
room.
This is yours.
Oh, this won't do at all.
Just a moment.
This
Have
motherfucker
that
shakes
coat dried
all
out.
this wet
Yes,
stuff
sir,
out
that way.
over the floor.
Anything else, sir?
Yes, close the door when you go out.
Yes, sir.
Don't look me in the eye, peasant. Wow, there's a copy of it. Is that his bag? It looks like a giant book. That'll keep Dracula out.
Well, the ghost walks tonight or never.
You don't sound very hopeful.
To the contrary, not only hopeful, but brave. I'm going to ask you to marry me and go to California. But
and I'm going to say no.
And the oranges fall from the trees to your breakfast table.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture on a stormy night like this.
Mr. Parker isn't here, Mrs. Torrance.
You know I won't marry you, Terry, because I love someone else.
Your feelings don't matter.
Terry.
It's the 30s.
Pardon me?
Would you mind putting your
You're not a
pecker
very
away,
easy
sir?
man to discourage, are you? You forget that Gloria here is engaged to a mutual friend of ours.
I don't think that's any of your business.
Look here, Gray. I don't like your attitude. In fact, I don't think I like anything about you.
Then why is
So
he in your
what?
house?
Why must you two always act like gladiators? Be sensible. Tonight of all nights must not be the time for any discord. You know I've never given you cause to think of me as more than a friend.
That depends on your viewpoint.
I
might
like to
argue
fuck
that.
my friends.
I'd like to give you the thrashing you deserve for those insinuations.
Please.
Your heart, sir. You couldn't do it.
We'll discuss this later.
Okay, they're just okay with him attacking her and not... Why were you... Sir, really? What were you brushing? Your scalp?
Erskine,
Was that you screaming?
did you hear that scream?
Yes, you sounded like a grand opera star with acute indigestion.
Worse than that. Sounded like something unhuman.
Oh, pure imagination. If
By the way, this is their lounging clothes.
To scare me, your voice would have killed me long ago.
Look here. Are you trying to insinuate I'm afraid? I'm just nervous, that's all. What kind of a madhouse is this anyway?
Don't be
That's
so
not
excited.
pee running down my leg. It's cognac.
It's probably your liver acting up again. Have you your pills?
Oh, my pills. Any of you folks hear a scream?
Yes, it frightened me too.
Why
Yes,
do
I cannot
I
tell
can't
where it
pin
came
down the
from.
tone of this
Tell them
film
where
yet.
it came from, Ames. You've heard it before. Why scare your friends unnecessarily?
You know, women always scream when I
Perhaps you're
sexually
right.
assault them. We just ignore it like always.
Any scream you may have heard probably came from Beatrice's room. She's Dr. Kent's patient and Mr. Gray's sister.
The
You met at the
Exorcist's
foot of
room?
the stairs. She's just a little irrational at times.
Well, as far as I know, it's nothing to worry about. Simply emotional outbursts.
You know how women
Don't you
are.
just love a night like this?
Jesus Christ.
This old house seems to belong in the rain and thunder. I read a book once about an old, old house. And, oh, I don't know how many murders happened on just such a night as this.
Someone please get this woman away from me. What the hell kind of clock is that? And why is it chiming at 8:22?
Yes, I guess so. I think so. It must have been. But it's a union clock.
What do you mean?
Well,
It only works for 8 hours, and then it has to take 12 hours off.
What's the matter with Beatrice?
She's cuckoo. I thought we established this.
Yes, John. I am waiting for you.
To get me out of this picture?
I am waiting.
Maybe. Ooh. Is anybody here named John? Am I having a stroke? I don't get it. Well, enough of that. Have a bit of brandy.
That woman gives me goose pimples.
I've seen saner people than her in asylums.
I'm sorry this had to happen. Beatrice's spells are unnerving to a stranger, but after one gets to know her...
Know her. Say, if I never see her again, I'll be satisfied. Now, if you'll be so kind as to find some method for me to leave this house, see that I take it.
Oh, Prescott, we couldn't let you do that with your friends.
I think your friend is unduly alarmed, Ames.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, yeah, there's
Who
a
asked
sexual
you?
predator and a
He has
lunatic
high
in here.
blood pressure. He should calm himself. If Beatrice's actions are nothing to fear, she simply dwells in the unknown.
What?
As her attending physician, I can speak freely. The girl suffers from hallucinations and the shock of a
patient doctor privilege be damned.
3 years ago this night.
Oh, she's
Mr.
way off
Ames
her
remembers
meds.
that night very distinctly, no doubt. That's why he shuns my house.
Dr. Kent, I see no reason for making my sister's grief public talk.
I bet the doctor's going to tell us about.
Oh, okay, that's why he's in the
terrible
house. The
operation.
loonies is his sister.
The unsolved murder of your sister's husband must be public talk in this house.
Murder?
I have taken notes on her actions.
He might as well have went.
The flutter of that sound is heard, and she has acted as though
Hey,
the
Mo,
spirit of
there's a
John's
murder.
dead husband had returned to her.
Erskine, we're leaving.
On foot.
No, we're not. Ghosts or no ghosts, we're eating.
We're leaving. You're disobeying my orders.
No, I'm not. You fired me an hour ago.
Oh, damn, he's got me there. What was I saying? Oh, I could feel her breast with my elbow. Never mind.
Gloria, Mr. Ames, Mr. Wood, Mr. Erskine.
Rico, young
Hope
blood.
you're all as hungry as I am.
Just give me an aspirin.
Just give me anything but a tomato surprise. I've had shocks enough.
This is about as cheerful as an undertaker's picnic in a cemetery.
Well, no, an undertaker would like a picnic in the cemetery. Unfortunately, we only had enough food for 4, so...
You're right on time, John. I was so afraid you might disappoint me.
I'd never disappoint you.
Mr. Wood, I think you're right. We better leave, now that John's here.
Yes, Erskine, I'm not a cowardly man by nature, but my nerves won't stand this any longer. That woman is dangerous.
My friends, please.
She's
I
not
regret these
dangerous, she's a
unusual
loony.
disturbances, but I've experienced these same phenomena in my patient's presence before. There's nothing to fear from the dead. I believe in spirits, but only spirits.
Hear me?
Beatrice, please, your brother wishes you to restrain yourself.
Oh, we missed something.
My
Real
dear
change.
brother seems frightened. As well he should be. Just like all the rest of you are.
Please, Beatrice, there are guests here, friends of Mr. Ames.
What do they mean to me?
Fuck 'em.
You, Terry Gray. You, Miss Gloria Shaw. And you, my delightful friends, know what that blood stain is. You were at this table the night poor John fell forward and stained the cloth with his own blood. The night he was murdered.
I think it was
By one
murder,
of you.
Sam.
Well, that's a lie. Open that door.
Claire, I'll call the police. Oh, this is outrageous.
Open that door.
Unloose
Sir,
that
I cannot.
I'm sorry, Miss Beatrice's orders are that no one leaves.
Jarvis is only partly correct. I gave that order.
What's the idea?
The idea, my friend, is to protect my patient's health. Any interruption might cause the loss of her sanity.
You
want the
I think you're a
responsibility
little
for
late
that on
there,
your
Prof.
shoulders?
I think you're as crazy as she is.
Don't aggravate him.
They're all
You
dangerous.
don't know how psychiatrists are.
Sit down.
You can't frighten me into anything. I don't know who killed your husband, but I believe your brother can tell you.
I thought you'd try to insinuate something like that, and I'm glad you did. Now I can voice what I've suspicioned these past years.
It was
You
you.
were jealous of John. You wanted to marry Beatrice for her money. You, a penniless hack playwright. She preferred
It was the
John,
playwright
and you
in the
killed
dining
him.
room with the candlestick.
There's always been insanity in your family.
Wait. He's right. I too always
I
thought
love
you
him,
killed
and I'm
John.
crazy.
You're unscrupulous enough to have done it. That's enough of that kind of talk. You aren't free from suspicion either. As John's cousin, you inherited more money from his death than I did. How dare you say that?
How is that
I can't
possible?
listen any longer. In the name of humanity, allow Erskine and I to get out of here before they kill each other.
I appreciate that we have outside
Alfred Hitchcock
witnesses
is
to
right.
what is
You
going
should
to
let him
happen.
out.
There is a murderer in this room, and we're going to find him.
John. John.
Marcia.
Tell me the person who killed you. Speak. Quickly.
Why don't you admit it?
Hurry. Before it is too late.
You'll talk now or I'll break your neck.
Lights!
John.
Uh-oh, it's the terror master from Splatterhouse. How you doing, folks? I'm the Death Mask. I'll be here periodically to up the tension of this film.
Well, where's Beatrice?
Why, I don't know.
Dr. Kent, I demand I be allowed to leave this room.
And I'm with you. Remember,
Sir, you won't tell them I had my mouth on your cock, will you?
Divided we arrive, but united we leave.
Of course, I'd give anything in the world if this hadn't happened. Jarvis, open that door.
Oh, Mr. Wood.
What
I'll
happened?
see you later.
You'll not see me later. Not for a month, not for 10 years. I'm getting out of here.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
And so ends the first act of my little play.
Oh, darling, it was wonderful.
Well, we certainly scared those two.
Nelson Wood's famous for his temper.
Isn't it remarkable how they reacted almost exactly as you had written them into your play?
I'm tired, and we've 2 more acts to go.
Well, you're as clever a group of actors as I've ever seen. And I've got Glory to thank for finding you.
Didn't I tell you they were troopers?
You don't think we've...
Troopers, hey now. At least now we know how they all got
It's a
hired.
in order play, ain't it?
Oh, Jarvis, go get Beatrice. Good old Beatrice. She certainly played her part well.
Yay. But I was
Watch
afraid
Beatrice
she
is
wouldn't
dead.
slam before the lights turned up.
But we need her for the second act.
Are you hurt? Beatrice, what's the matter? Speak.
She's dead.
This isn't my room.
No. And whoever it does belong to has a gun.
And a glass too, though, the size of my arm.
Oh, shut up. This may come in handy.
A manuscript. The Ghost Walks by Prescott Ames.
Let me put on my reading monocle so I look pompous enough. Really, sir? You had to search for Act 1?
Themselves at the table, the vacant chair also moves out, as if an invisible person was preparing to sit down. All eyes are on the chair. As the vacant chair slides back to the table, Beatrice addresses its invisible occupant. Beatrice speaks. You are right on time, John. Erskine, we've been witnessing a dress rehearsal of Ames's horror play.
You mean all those scares were part of the play?
Certainly. Yes, let's try it again.
But if they wish to continue, why would they leave this in his room? Unless they got in the wrong room. Now, they're not going to believe that there's been an actual murder. This is very confusing. She makes a lovely corpse. Okay, not to sound insensitive, but... What the fuck? Why are they leaving the corpse on the couch?
My play has been surpassed. We have a real menace in this house.
Well, there was no one in the house but us, and we were all in the dining room.
Maybe it was natural causes.
That's right, because I was struggling with you. I was standing near the light switch.
Yes, and I was at the table, as you all know.
I was playing ghosts. I was all over the room. But I didn't do it, I tell you. I didn't do it.
Of course you did. Now, don't lose your head. Don't any
At least not until you get murdered in the third act.
A death-like face slowly appears in the dark, ghostly white and pallor. The face seems to float as it reaches the table. Beatrice, hysterically. John! Lights out. Everyone remains for standing.
As much as I appreciate your dramatic reenactment, we just did this.
Through a door in the kitchen. So they thought they'd impress me with their phony theatricals, eh? Me, who staged the burning of Rome while the gladiators were being gored to death in the animal pits.
I love gladiator movies, sir.
Neither was I.
So, what are you doing under the table?
Well, nothing with my mouth, I swear.
Ridiculous. I hate cowards. When we get back to town, Remind me to fire you.
Let the play continue.
Wait, did they have to wait for a stormy night to do this?
Now that the play is over, I'll have to tell Wood what's happened.
Here he comes now.
Ha! Still making merry, I see. Well, we thought we'd come down again. It's too quiet upstairs for us.
Yes, we're used to shrieks, sirens, and suicide.
Yeah.
What?
Why, what seems to be the trouble? Has Miss Beatrice been found?
Yes, she has been found. Dead.
Is that so? No, I mean, it can't be. It's impossible. What are you talking about?
Mr. Wood, I'm trying to tell you that Beatrice is dead.
Her career is after being in this tacky.
I don't believe it.
Let's put this whole thing straight to you, Mr. Wood. We're all actors, hired by Ames here to present his play
What's going on in the back of his skull?
Everything that's happened since you arrived was part of the play.
Except for Beatrice's death.
Mr. Ames, am I to understand that I've been witnessing part of the play you were to read to me?
Yes, I thought it a good method of presenting it to you. You see, this is really my house, and the fallen tree on the road was all part of my scheme to fool you.
Yes, if anyone else had been driving on the road, they would have died mercilessly, but the show must go on.
Where does the death of Beatrice fit in? Surely you don't destroy your characters.
Somebody
I would destroy my characters, and don't call me Sherlock.
We don't know any more about it than you do.
The police should be notified.
Now, wait a moment, everyone, please. I know that this is even more
Ixnay on the ops K.
than it is to us. He still believes we're putting on the play. So the only thing we can do
is show him the corpse.
Is to show him Beatrice.
By all means, do.
Yes, death is no novelty to us.
No.
Would be the first time I've been alone in a room with a corpse.
And benefit.
Now remember, no one is to touch the body until the police arrive.
You literally already picked her up and put her on a couch and covered her with a sheet. Forensics is out the window, sir. My corpse couch! It's corpseless!
Well, where is she?
I don't know. What could have happened?
She just got up and walked away.
The altar.
Impossible. I never heard of it. The place must be full. We ought to get out of here.
Wait, up till now
Perhaps he just stepped out during the intermission.
What he heard of?
Gentlemen, this is too serious for joking. She was on that divan 10 minutes ago, dead. You've got to believe it's for your own safety.
Oh, and you think we're all in danger?
We most certainly are.
We've got
My
to
raised
search this
eyebrows
house and
should have
find
convinced
Beatrice
you,
and the
sir.
person who... I wonder who that could be.
Well, we'll never find out until we answer.
I will.
We all will.
I'll go get it. It might be the stripogram I ordered.
Who are you?
Who are you?
A guard from the Greystone Sanitarium. Seen anything of an escaped patient around here?
What kind of a patient?
A quiet one, until disturbed, at which time he becomes slightly murderous. Well, so help me if this ain't a night.
Oh, what's going to happen to us next?
Who are these people?
Who are these people?
I didn't know anyone was living here until I saw the lights.
What makes you think you came here?
Empty houses make good hideouts. I never saw or heard of anyone living here in the past few years.
Well, I've been living here about a month. I think you've come to the right house at that.
Yes? Has anything happened?
Uh-huh. A murder and a disappearance.
What are you winking about?
Winking? Why, my
I'm
dear
flirting
man,
with you,
you're
you
saying
fool.
things.
I'm hoping the cop is
Anticipated, a
the
murder has
maniac,
been
because,
committed.
Murder?
why would you ask for credentials?
Well, it's him all right, then.
Well, who is this man you're looking for?
At the sanitarium, we'd call him Case 222. I guess you'd call him a homicidal maniac.
A maniac? And you think he's loose in this house?
Now, be perfectly calm. If my patient is here, and you scare him with hysterics, he might tear you apart to see what caused the excitement. That reminds me. Has anyone called his appearance?
No.
Well, that's the usual procedure, isn't it?
Oh, we forgot to, I suppose. But there's a telephone right here in the study.
Telephone?
That's right, it's the 30s. Telephones might still be pretty rare.
Hello? Hello?
Might you check that first?
I suppose no one knows who did this.
Why should we?
Oh,
you
boy,
don't think
Lady
it's fun
M.
to be isolated with a maniac.
If the play calls for it, yes.
Well, I don't know what the
Okay,
rest
so
of you are
far
going to
they
do,
put on a play to
but
fool
I'm
this
driving into town
effeminate
for
guy
the
and his
police.
old
Wait, it
man
isn't safe
friend.
outside. I'll walk with you to the garage. Thanks.
And somebody got murdered.
I'll be right back. So those who want to go to bed are safe enough. Besides, it's easier to die in bed.
Come on, Ken, let's turn in. It's as safe up there as here if we lock our bedroom doors.
What's the idea?
Why, you're choking terribly.
You inhaled smoke, sir.
Can you do any better?
You know, I had a hunch that Beatrice should never appear in a horror play.
Why?
Why?
Too highly strung, an impressionable, a fatalist.
So easy to
We figured if you were paid to
easily
scare
murdered.
people, the law of compensation would see to it that you got scared yourself.
What?
Utter nonsense. How could anyone possibly foresee a maniac coming here tonight and committing murder?
Don't interrupt him. The play's improving.
Just keep
Not
drinking
enough
your
action
leopard
for me.
schnapps, sir.
Tell me, Ames, just how did you happen to come to this house yourself?
Funny you should mention that. I was just asking myself the same question.
What?
Of course, you saw that painting in the drawing room of Gussie Gillis.
Sure, everybody knew him.
And his...
We did?
Naturally. Personally, I thought he was the worst butcher who ever severed a tonsil.
Right. And you remember how 9 of his patients mysteriously disappeared after he treated them?
They were murdered.
It was
And when the
murder,
police came
Sam.
to arrest him right here in this house, he committed suicide.
Oh, that's good.
He lost his
Healthy
mind
Binks
from
is
the
good.
strain of his surgical work, I guess.
Get to the point, man. I know all that record. Now, you say this house was his. How did you get it?
Why, that was easy. I simply advertised for an old, isolated country home. And the real estate agent for the Gillis estate answered and said he'd be glad to rent me this place. It's been vacant ever since the doctor's death.
Wait a minute, you're a struggling playwright who had to come up with this elaborate plan to try to get your play sold.
The local people swear.
But you had enough money to rent a mansion to do this ruse, and the 8 actors
the
you
rest of
have.
the story is short. I wanted to write a play in the same atmosphere he had lived his ghoulish life, so here I am.
I'll bet he'll come back to haunt you for this.
Jarvis,
You were right to bring up Red Rum before,
No one around the
Sumac.
ground, so I think I'll search upstairs.
I'll go up, too. I'm going to bed. And I'm resigning from your cast. You playwrights are all screwy.
I take it that this ends the second act. Now, if you don't mind me saying so, I think your play is rotten.
Well spoken, Erskine. Forget about being fired. Let's go to bed.
Yes, go to bed, Mr. Wood, and get some
As
sleep.
long as you let me
You
snuggle.
insist the play is still on, but we've tried to tell you that it's ended in a tragedy. Good night, sir.
Good night, Miss Lewis.
I said good night, sir.
Ames?
Good night.
Be sure and let us know if anyone else is murdered.
Was that a zinger? I hope it was a zinger. It
They
meant to be a
insist we're still
zinger.
playing for their benefit.
Oh, I wish we were out of this dreadful house. First it was Terry pestering me, and now this awful tragedy of tonight.
Don't worry, dear. You look all worn out. You get
Wait a
some
minute,
sleep,
wasn't
and I'll see that nothing
the guy,
Oh, I'm
like,
too frightened to sleep.
assaulting her
Tell me
part of the
truth.
play?
Who do you think could have killed Beatrice, and where do you think she could be?
Well, personally, I believe it was just a burglar who's long since disappeared.
Then why
What?
would he steal the body?
Oh, to cover up the crime, I suppose. Now you go to bed, dear.
Our friend is probably in a shallow grave out in the rain. Put the candle back.
My Gloria, what is it?
Did you feel my Viagra kicking in?
You poor kid, your nerves have completely gone.
It is very Clue-esque, but it predates Clue by about 50 years. What the fuck? You You need nails sticking out of that thing. All it's going to do now is make an effeminate sandwich. Damn it. I knew I should have sprung for the very fast death traps.
Oh, it's you. I ought to pull the trigger, Pat. Well, come on, snap out of it. What is it?
Mr. Wood, maybe we're wrong. Maybe this isn't the play we're witnessing after all.
Oh, rubbish. You saw the manuscript, didn't you?
Yes, but I didn't see anything in it about the top of my bed coming down and smothering me, just like a steak under onions.
Oh, nonsense.
I hate being a bottle.
Besides, I wouldn't be lucky enough to celebrate your demise by violence.
That's a fine way for you to talk to me. Me, who's been everything to you but a mother.
Brother.
Mr. Wood, listen to reason. I may
Son.
be all wrong.
Lover.
I'm a nervous man by nature. But if this play is still going on, it's the closest thing to reality I ever
He
saw
kind of
behind
talks
the
like
footlights.
Joe Namath. If this play is still going on.
He has reality in this play, and that's what the public wants. Now, let me alone. And if you want to stay in the theatrical business, stop letting it scare you.
Oh, I was kidding all the time. That bed bracket was only a dream I had. And you were in it, too.
I was not.
I dreamed I was the star.
Yes, I saw that. You were reading a book on psychics. You were worried about the future yourself.
Say, go home and go to bed, will you, please?
I can't go home. I'm stuck in this house with you.
Mr. Wood, I have a premonition that we must stick together tonight.
You mean you do? You're trying to muscle into my bed.
I think we should be very sticky, sir.
Oh, my dear employer, play or no play, I have no relish for my own couch. Move over.
Say, this is all Tommy rot. You've got the mind of an oyster and the nerve of an acrobat.
And get your finger out of my asshole. I told you I don't go there.
My office, but that does not include my bed. Hey, you were born in October, weren't you?
Yes, during the National Apple Week. Why?
It says here...
There's no way this dude's a Libra.
Of a bloodhound, the heritage of the homing pigeon, the attributes of the ferret, and the heart of a lion. Yet you snuggle beneath my quilts, you cream puff, because the make-believe play is scaring you. You're fired once and for all.
Will you please close my mouth if I'm snoring? I have adenoids.
Adenoids, too?
I don't even have a ring for you to sit on, for God's sake.
Homing pigeon, ferret.
Dude, just strangle him. There's a murderer on the loose. You can get away with it.
Sleeping in a zoo.
Damn, this chick smokes like a chimney. This movie's more tone deaf than a Marvel movie. So this is why you don't have multiple doors to your bedroom.
Harry!
I was worried about you. Up here, all alone.
I'm all right.
Listen, Gloria.
Don't nobody worry about me.
You know I love you. Why do you always give me the cold shoulder?
I'm just not interested, Terry. Why did you come here? It makes it very embarrassing.
Oh, I know. You're afraid your playwright sweetheart would be jealous if he knew I was here. Well, I wish he could see you now. I just came in to say goodbye. I'm walking out on this play, but I've got a curtain speech to make. And this is it.
This dude is the worst. My rapey sense is tingling. Why do you always scream when I jam my tongue down your throat?
Are you fool? Now see what you've done. I'll hide in that closet until he goes.
No!
If you tell him I'm here, I'll tell you invited me. Understand?
Wait, what?
Oh, darling, what frightened you?
I saw a man.
Oh, where was he?
He came in that door. I screamed and he went away.
Oh, you poor kid, what a narrow escape you had. Wonder what that
I'm going to hide in that closet. I'm going to smell your underwear, and you can't stop me. And if you tell him I'm in here smelling your underwear, I'll tell him you invited me. Yeah, we already made the candlestick in the dining room joke.
What? Who? I don't know. Here comes the guard. Seen anything?
Plenty. Gloria was almost attacked by someone.
Fancy that. Who do you think it was? We don't know. We'll wake up everybody and find out.
Well, we've got a maniac in the house and a sexual predator, so we're kind of booked.
Tonally. Not a sign of them. Whose room is this?
Oh, that's mine. And there's Erskine's room, and that's Mr. Wood's.
Well, let's see what they know. Empty. Darn the luck.
I wonder if that maniac could have tried Wood's room before my mind snaps too.
Eh?
Oh, yeah, right. Murderer. Forgot.
Hey, you two.
Get out of here. My office hours are from 10 to 4.
Seen anything strange in here?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got an effeminate man boy in my bed. What do you think?
What are you doing in here?
I was sleepy. Is the play on again?
No. We're just having a roll call.
Well, consider us absent.
Terry.
You can come out and try it again, but I'm probably still going to scream. By the way, why hasn't this bitch mentioned the bookcase door that she saw where she fainted?
Gloria.
What, again?
Oh, let's don't miss this.
Hello, Kirok. Welcome. Trust me, you ain't missed much.
Well, be a fireman.
Gotta get on my murder slippers.
Gloria, what is it, dear?
It's Terry. He was standing right in that closet. He's disappeared.
What? Ugh, he left stains everywhere.
What was Terry doing in your closet?
Masturbating furiously?
From whom?
Why,
Oh, pardon me.
Oh, no, please let me explain.
It isn't necessary. I think I understand.
Are we gonna Three's Company this bitch?
I'd sooner trust a lunatic than I would a woman.
Yes, they're more reliable.
Jesus Christ! Look, guys, I'm supposed to be the only misogynist in this thing, okay?
Strange how anyone could disappear from behind a nightgown.
You could from behind my cousin's. She weighs 250.
Are you winking at me again?
Say, let's go down and get a drink. This isn't a horror play, it's a bedroom farce.
A bedroom fart? I'm not gonna say no.
I don't think this situation is fair to me. You people are of very little help.
Says the guy who's done literally nothing.
He thinks all I've got to do is to look for him. Besides, I promised to be a 4th of Bridge tonight with some friends of mine.
Speaking of wasting time, Jarvis should have been back from town with the police long ago.
Oh, Carol.
I said that lazy fuck out of here. The cop said he isn't back yet.
I couldn't stand
Fuck.
her myself just now, but I don't want to expose her to unnecessary danger.
I understand. We'll be glad to help. I'd just as soon go up again anyway. I'm dead.
Please don't use that word.
I don't like that fella terribly.
Oh, forget it. He's just a seedy butler.
Speaking of seed,
I'm duty bound to see this night through. I live here and all that, but
they're
I'm beginning to
actors.
reach
They
the
refer
breaking
to other
point.
non-actors
The situation is getting out of hand.
as those people.
It seems to me you're about as useless a guy
I don't know. I
as
don't
I've
know
ever
anybody
seen.
in this movie.
Well, I've worked in 2 penitentiaries and 3 asylums and never had any complaints.
I've been committed to 6.
Best actor of the bunch. Well, boys, I'm going to retire from now for the 2nd time tonight. Abe, go on with your rehearsal, but don't disturb me for the finale.
Me and my
What can I
paramecium
say?
robe are going back to bed.
Please continue. I never walk out on anything that doesn't.
Oh,
cost
he might be a character actor.
What does
I don't
he
know who
mean?
he is though.
Oh, these fools think we're putting on a play for their benefit.
I'm hungry.
I could destroy a few vitamins myself.
Well, you'll find some food in the kitchen. I'll be waiting for you here.
I think these two are gonna go exchange some protein. I don't know. This thing's from the 30s. You might have, though. Oh, that could be. Unconscious again? If those fingers curl around that door again, who opens a door like that? Even evil guys think that's a cliche. I am the night. I am vengeance. Oh man, if I get sexually assaulted one more time tonight, Oh, Professor X designed that door. Dun, 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 dun.
Hello?
Really?
What are you doing down here?
You snuck in to do that?
I just came down to get some cigarettes.
Well, you shouldn't have left Gloria upstairs alone.
Well, I'm not her guardian. If you're so anxious about her, why don't you go upstairs and play watchman yourself?
That's just what we're both going to do.
Give me them ciggies.
Shift, so do I.
But my nicotine fit. I'm going to kill somebody.
Gloria?
We're calling Gloria.
Gloria!
Gloria. Ugh.
I smell chloroform.
This bedroom reeks of femininity. Blech.
This is all your fault. I told you not to leave her alone. We'll arouse everyone.
I'm already aroused.
Okay, well, Mr. Wood.
He's probably in his room.
No, this is the
You,
ghost
but
walks.
here comes Kent now.
Oh, Kent!
Yeah?
Gloria's disappeared.
Huh?
Huh?
Say, have you been out in the rain?
No, why?
Oh, I was in the
Whoever
shower.
stole Gloria took her out of the window into the rain. Funny that you should be out of your room and then appear all wet.
I don't like your insinuations, Mr.
And
Ames.
I'm sure Gloria wasn't that
But
wet
no,
either.
I couldn't sleep. I was going to take a bath in the tub and turned on the shower by mistake.
That's what I would call a watertight alibi.
Maybe Mr. Wood knows something.
I really wish someone would kill this motherfucker.
I'd have more privacy in a convention hall. Come in.
See, I told you, he looks so cute in bed.
Have you seen Gloria?
She doesn't seem to be here. Why?
Gloria has been kidnapped.
Goody, goody.
I say, that's beastly rude of you.
They accused me, but I think Teddy's the guilty one. He's gone, too.
They've got to search the whole place over again. Get up and see the fun. It's better than looking for a good candidate before an election.
Not me, I'm staying
Oh,
right
then we're
here.
fucking shit out
If
of
they
luck.
don't stop this fool play and get out of here, I'll rid the world of the entire cast.
All
Whoa!
right, stay here. I hope you're the next victim.
These guys are so nonchalant about things like waving guns.
Mr. Wood, could I have a word with you?
If you try to get in this bed again, I'll shoot you, so help me.
I only wanted to say that you're right, as usual. The play is
I
still
should be
going
riddled
on.
with bullets.
Of course I'm right. I know the theater like Barnum knew his elephants. And I'm not crossing you.
Intimately,
Like
apparently.
I'm going to raise your salary.
Thanks. People don't disappear every 5 minutes in real life.
Unfortunately, some don't. I'd like to get some sleep.
But the play...
Earn some of the money that I pay you by watching it for me.
Why, I thought you fired me.
Not till we get back to town. Now, shut up and shut up.
Guard! Guard!
What do you want?
Fine help you are. Gloria's been stolen. You're standing around here eating chicken.
Well, one must eat occasionally. What makes you think the lady was stolen? Rather an antiquated way to acquire a woman, isn't it?
Oh, shut up. Her window was open. She must have been taken out of the house. I'm going to search the ground.
I'm with you, Wayne.
That's not how you eat chicken, sir.
Hey, you. Come here. Where's your friend?
I want you to lick my fingers clean.
Honored employer.
Yes, sir.
He's upstairs in bed.
I think I'll go up and look him over. There's something queer about you both. He winks at you and you wink at me.
Make
And
your
I don't
own
like
jokes, people. finger looking good in my ass. Ew! Ew! Oh, that's so nasty.
We'll make a careful search of the ground. You go that way, now go this.
We'll search the house, and I'll meet you front.
Right.
Wait, isn't that still just part of the house? Couldn't they have checked that from the inside? I want to kill all humans.
Who's there?
Only me.
Oh, my old friend from the insane asylum. Come on in. sit down.
Huh?
Make yourself at home.
I have
Everybody
no
else
idea what anyone's character name is except for Gloria, because they keep screaming her name.
You're not really an asylum guard, are you?
No. How did you get it?
Yeah. You can't fool an old timer. You know, you're wasting your talents here. You're too good for this stuff.
The whole world knows that.
I said good, not perfect. Like that play. You know, I've been thinking that over. It's mighty darn gripping.
I think it's pathetically bad. I'll have no part in it.
Are you under contract to Ames?
Me? I should say not. But I'm ready for a presentation now that will astound the world.
I believe you are. I'll bet you'd be a sensation and a good part. And I'm going to give it to you. Herman Wood, the man who was given more stars to Broadway than Edison has electric lights.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Wood, that's right.
In an extravaganza.
Splendid, splendid.
Oh, are you busy Thursday?
Let me see. No, I have nothing planned.
Good. Come to my office next Thursday and we'll sign a contract.
Splendid. But you should see me work first.
Well, what are you doing now?
Wasting time talking to you. Come with me, and I will show you real dramatics.
Are you kidding?
I never joke.
Especially when I'm inviting an elderly friend into a secret area.
With a master touch of comedy.
By golly, I'm with you. Just wait till I get my slippers.
Don't forget, Thursday. Come.
I can't do that on command, sir. I'm 60.
I'd feel a lot safer if I had my gun.
Where is it?
Home.
That's okay with me. Let's go over to your house and hang around.
It'll soon be daylight. Thank heaven.
He's kind of got a Liberace feel, too. I wish my brother George was here.
We searched the grounds and found nothing.
Well, how much longer is this going on? I'm getting tired of sitting around here and waiting for something that doesn't happen.
Tell us about it, sir. Sir, that's not how you blink. What are you, Rocket Raccoon?
The picture.
The eyes there, and the eyes on the one.
What's the matter with him? He must be balmy.
Balmy? Is that what they were calling them in the 30s? It's Lars Ulrich. He's out there claiming Napsters in this house.
Charles, what happened to you? Remember when I left the house to get the car and the cops?
Yes?
Well, that nuthouse guard leaves me at the garage. Then just as I'm getting into the car, somebody slugged me with a lead pipe. What was the idea?
Well, if he slugged you, how do you know it was with a lead pipe? What if it was a steel pipe?
Not that we're looking for.
How many of you are searching for him? There's already been a guard here tonight.
Well, there's possibly half a dozen of us, but for Levy and I'll find him.
Yeah, this guy disappears every so often, but we always spot him in this neighborhood.
I see. Well, after you were hit
What
on
is this
the
guy,
head,
Michael
why didn't you come back
Myers?
to
He
the house?
escapes every Halloween, and they just don't know how to keep him there?
I've been knocked out and tied in the garage, but I broke the ropes. Then I tried to start the car, but I found out someone had gummed up the motor. Well, I began to hoof it into the village when these guards from the sanitarium picked me up, and here we are. Has anything
This guy talks like Calculon.
Yes, Gloria's been kidnapped and Terry's disappeared.
And now that Erskine person's gone violent.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll handle that.
Help! Help!
What's the matter?
Mr. Wood is gone. What? I said he's gone, and so is the guard.
Probably.
It's that picture that's doing it.
He's certainly stealing Hardy's shtick. And Costello, too, for that matter.
Oh, what's the matter with it?
Its eyes moved. It glared at me.
Why, it's as solid as the wall.
You're daffy. Those eyes never stared
No,
out
I'm not. If anything, I'm kind of
I
droopy.
say someone look out at that painting.
Okay, brother, we'll soon find out who's nuts around here.
Any of you assholes got a stepladder, or I gotta climb this thing like King fucking Kong?
Say, he's right. These eyes are phony. What'd I tell you? Now who's that?
And he also has a little Vincent Price in him, too. Now who's Daffy?
Look! It's moving!
Put the candle back!
That's obvious.
It's the second time I made that joke in this movie.
Well, I'm going to find out where it leads to.
I'll go with you.
Be careful. It looks dangerous.
Damn, that was a pretty hefty leap there. What the hell? Bone size ready.
My friends, since your entrance into this house, I have worked toward bringing you into this laboratory. Years ago, a famous surgeon lived, worked, and studied here. His name was Guthrie Gillis. He is dead now, but I, Professor Elmer Trittery, will carry on and improve his work.
Hey, I don't like these underground places.
Well, you may as well get used to it. You may spend a lot of time in one.
Like I do. I'm in dark tunnels all the time. Filthy, filthy little tunnels.
I am the greatest genius you have ever seen. I have mastered my work. Work that has produced power almost divine. I have become more
Somebody put the exposure lens
in the world. I am the molder of mankind. I have reached a great decision. That is why I've allowed you all to trespass upon the seclusion that I have enjoyed in a supposedly deserted house.
Supposedly,
I
you moron.
discovered this old house at Dr. Gillis's on one of my many escapes from the sanitarium. It is admirably fitted for
What have I done to deserve this? Just assaulted a woman a couple times.
All I needed was patience. And now, I have you.
I have run out of patience, and I'm going to operate.
Who can't stand the rigor of certain small operations.
You know, if this guy didn't monologue, he might actually get some murdering done.
This looks like a door.
Okay, but how do you open that from the other side?
See where that leads to.
Oh, God, it hurts.
He almost killed a guard tonight when he stole his uniform.
Oh, and
I would say at least double X. That dude's a big dude.
And Gloria did see something in that study. We've got to find her before anything happens to her.
These are very spacious secret tunnels.
It seems to me this is the fluid I used to paralyze the mice with yesterday. I think I meant to use it on your friend Beatrice. But somehow I became somewhat confused. So
You
now
think?
the poor girl is dead.
She's obviously breathing. Oh, her eyes just
Forgive
open.
my stupidity. I will be more careful to see that you don't suffer the accidental death she did. I have brought back the spark of life. I am colossal.
Oh, my headache.
Doesn't anybody take a fucking pulse anymore?
Beautiful the way you're choking me.
I am awfully embarrassed. I thought I killed you, but I only gave you a headache.
Come on, this is the same exact set they just left. At least close the door with the ladder. This film is a cornucopia of bad acting.
I ask your indulgence in looking at this chart. You will notice the various noses, eyes, and chins.
In 50 years, I'll make a bundle removing all of these defects from shallow actors in Hollywood.
You understand. My operations run in series. You may look as you wish now.
Gloria, Beatrice is just okay with this, right? Like, she's just standing there.
My model. Young lady, you shall have the honor of being the first on my table. I shall require very little from any of you. Just enough to begin my work. A feature from you, a bone from him, and a cartilage from that one.
What exactly is your purpose, sir? Oh, okay, I'll take that.
It's the guard.
Why would he have a secret peephole into his own secret laboratory?
Well, he's dangerous. Let's get him.
Wait a minute. Better not get him excited. I know how to handle him.
Wait, the door wasn't even locked?
Hello, Professor. Why, Mr. McLeavy, what are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
Sure, but you've got to come home with us. It's important.
Home? Is there anything wrong? Why, don't you remember?
What is keeping them from Billy clubbing him in the head and just dropping him like a bad habit?
Funny, I forgot. How'd it turn out? Not so good. That's why we have to hurry back. You see, he got tired of his Roman nose, so you grafted on a new one. But you put it on upside down. And on rainy nights like this, the poor fellow can't go out for fear of drowning. My. We'll return at once. Poor Caesar must be miserable.
Oh, Prescott, take me out of here. I never want to see another horror play.
Well, don't worry. I'll never write another one.
Yes, you will.
What?
Absolutely, but you've got to rewrite it. Just like this night and the experiences we've gone through.
Even to the murder of Beatrice?
Yes, I'm afraid Beatrice will have to die all over again.
Well, the ghost walks after all.
Even all the sexual assaults by this guy over here?
You were all right too, Caraway.
Thank you, Mr. Wood.
Now what's the matter with you?
I was just thinking how terrible it would have been had the professor really operated on us and changed us all. You might have gotten my adenoids, and I would have gotten your false teeth.
Erskine, turn your face to the setting sun.
Oh!
He did not slap you in the ass, sir, no matter how much you dream and wish for it.
Come.
Oh, it just limps to a close. It just said, "No, we're done. I can't do this anymore." That wasn't even a, like, what the fuck even was that ending? This guy kidnapped 5 people and threatened to chop them up, and they talked him down, and I'm confused. What was even the purpose of that? The real villain of the film was the guy who kept trying to sexually assault the poor woman. No, that was a bad choice. I picked it because it had ghost in the title. But as I said in the beginning, there was no ghost. There wasn't even a pretend ghost. Like, they said it was a maniac from the loony bin in the first act. The only thing that was even remotely ghostly was the bullshit play. Even that movie poster is lying. There was no ghost, no specter. Pshaw, I say, pshaw.